die is not enough bad news. There's something worse than this. We don't know when we are going to die. That's much more worse. If we have a time, like, okay, July 22nd, you are going to die, then, it's much easier. You can plan and you can, but that's not the case. Most of the time, actually, 99% of the time, we don't know how we are going to die, when we are going to die. And by the way, death, I'm only bringing it just because it's a very dramatic example. Actually, it's not only when we talk about being in the present, we are not only talking about the death, we are talking about the changeable nature of everything. Everything. We have changed so much, and we are changing all the time. I'm not talking about skin. I'm not talking about hair color. I'm talking about just everything, values, just everything. Once upon a time, you were playing with a water gun. You were carrying a Barbie doll. Now, you are not carrying Barbie doll. Now you have a different toy. Now the Barbie doll is like not at all important. Once upon a time, you cried, you screamed, that's the only thing that matters in the whole wide world, the Barbie doll, the gun, whatever. But that value has changed. Now we have a different value. Tablecloths, I don't know, whatever, all kinds of relationship, the value of relationship. And a lot of change comes, of course, the main change comes from inside, but there's also outer, cause and conditions that forces us to change. And so on and so forth. So anyway, this is one way to really face the truth and face the present moment. Now, the second way to be truthful to ourselves is that nothing will satisfy us 100%. Nothing. And we are not only talking about food and clothes, we are not talking about this kind of, the usual luxury goods. We are talking about our values, political system, philosophical system, nothing. I mean, just look at past 10 years, past 20 years. I still remember when the world of internet arrived. Everybody, including myself, was so happy because it saves so much trouble. And it's like now that we can just read about everything free. And, the information is readily available. You can communicate with the world instantly without really anybody knowing what you are doing, so on and so forth. But now we are going through a situation where, is that a good thing? Are we having more fun or are we having less fun? Are we getting more stress? So on and so forth. See, nothing really satisfies 100%. But you see, all this, what I just said, these are all in one way on the intellectual level, right? On the intellectual level, it's sort of, I can convince you through talking like this, and perhaps you will have to sort of agree. Yes, of course, everything is changeable. You have to agree with that. Nothing satisfies you 100%. You will have to agree with this because that's the truth. But this kind of knowledge, this kind of realization is only on the intellectual level. So it does not really help us when there is a problem. It doesn't really penetrate our habitual mind. So now, how do we tackle with this? So this is why the technique of not going to the past, not going to the future, and being in the present. And when we talk about the present, we are talking about today, this year, this week, right this very moment. The fact that I'm here, you are there. Just everything. Being in this very moment. Not thinking about future such as maybe I should pick that up, pick that flower up and put it here. Not really thinking like that. Just completely acknowledging that it is there and the table is here and I'm here. And even more, it gets more refined when we say present moment. We are not only talking about the present moment of today and this evening, but the present moment body. You have a body. And most of the time, we are never happy with the body. The reason why we are not happy with the body is because we are thinking about the past or we are thinking about the future. How it should look like, how much it should weigh, so on and so forth, using the past and the future as a reference. Never just be in the body and be comfortable with the body. And not even more than that, just being in the body. And then it gets even more refined. These are all the Buddha's view or the Buddha's vision of life or the world. Even more subtle than the body is just acknowledging and knowing we breathe. See, all this sounds very, very simple.